Hey everybody, Chris here, and it has been a while since I've done a video review. I think just with the busyness from work over the past few months and everything else, I just haven't had the energy to do it, especially when I get home and want to read a book or watch a movie or whatever. But things are settling down now a little bit. We're getting into the holiday season, and of course, Rise of Skywalker is going to be released this coming week. I'm going to see it. It's going to be the first, I think, kind of in-depth review that I've done in a while. But gearing up for that, I wanted to kind of get back into it. And so I just watched the movie Six Underground on Netflix. And if you know anything about this, it's a Michael Bay movie. And I think going into it, you know whether you like Michael Bay movies or not. There are some Michael Bay movies that I do like. The Rock, The Island. I'm probably forgetting some other ones. It's been a long time since I've seen Bad Boys, which I think is a Michael Bay movie. But really, all of his offerings, including the Transformer movies over the past few years, in my opinion, have been terrible and borderline unwatchable because he engages in these quick cut sort of things to try and make it look like there's more action going on than there really needs to be, even though if he just were to keep the camera sort of steady and focus on the shot of 20 cars flipping over and exploding, that would be plenty of action as is. But anyway, because it's on Netflix and because most of us have Netflix, I decided to go ahead and watch it and just see if it would be a fun action movie. And I gotta say that it's okay. Would I recommend watching it? If you have Netflix, sure, it's a good kind of Friday night or Saturday night, or really even Saturday afternoon type movie, if you don't mind going into it knowing that it's not gonna make a whole lot of sense. And I think that was the thing that was the most disappointing about the movie. In the first maybe 30 to 40 minutes of the movie, there's a lot of sort of jumping around and a lot of weird chronology. I guess from the past to the present, back to the past, and then kind of to the present, but it gives you these sort of indicators of 4 months later, a year later, 4 months in the past, and there's all these numbers splashing up on the screen, referencing some of the characters that are part of this team in the movie. That are supposed to be people that have sort of faked their own deaths so that they can go around the world and actually make a difference in a way that governments and other official entities can't. But it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the first 30 or 40 minutes. But I will say that as it goes on, it starts to kind of even out, and it turns into a decent action movie. I wouldn't say it's good, again, by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly watchable, where they're trying to take out this dictator from a Middle Eastern country because of, in a lot of ways, genocide that he's committed and other human rights atrocities. But Ryan Reynolds is in the movie, and he kind of does his usual sort of thing, his usual shtick, where he's got sort of the wry humor that's over the top. And I will say that compared to a lot of recent Michael Bay movies, this is a hard R Michael Bay movie, so it is really violent, really over the top, almost comically so. But there are some good action sequences as it progresses. But I would say overall that I would give this one a 5 out of 10. Again, if you like Michael Bay, you kind of know what you're getting going into it. But even with that standard, it's not great. One of the things that I don't understand about this movie, and this may be the case with other Michael Bay movies that I'm just forgetting at the moment, is that every time something explodes, there are sparks that go everywhere. I don't know in real world physics if that's the case, but literally this movie could be called Sparks because there are sparks that anytime anything even hits anything, it doesn't even have to explode. There are sparks all over the movie, and it's really kind of jarring and weird to see it happen as you're watching the movie. So again, if you're a Bay fan, you'll probably enjoy it. Otherwise, maybe save it for an afternoon. But I was kind of hoping for a little more given the star power and the leading sort of power going into this with Ryan Reynolds and some other people. So anyway, it's an enjoyable movie, but I'm happy to be doing movie reviews again. I am really, again, excited for Rise of Skywalker, and I hope it ends up being the conclusion that I really want it to be. I'll be seeing that on the 19th at 7 o'clock, and I'll probably do my review after the movie, but I may give it a day to digest so I can kind of process it and see how I really feel about it. So thanks for watching. I hope everybody's doing well. Again, more reviews to come in the coming weeks and months, hoping to get back into it. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend.